Hey guys, welcome back to JR14. In this video, we're actually going to be talking about the crazy experience that I had trying to get this Tesla Model 3. So without further ado, let's get started with the video right now. So guys, as you know, I just purchased this 2021 Tesla Model 3 long-range dual motor from a specific dealership out here in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And you know, you just figure out you find the right car the first time and then you go do the paperwork and you buy it, right? That was not my experience. And it's not because of the dealership I bought this car from, it was because of another dealership. So there's some things that you really need to worry about, like, you know, for instance, dealerships trying to screw you over, dealerships trying to switch and bait, high interest rates, things like that, promises that they can't make or keep. And unfortunately, I didn't think that was going to happen to me. Like, I really know what to look out for, but I really didn't think that was going to happen to me with this car. And it didn't happen with this car, but it happened with another car. So before, what I was trying to do for my channel, and I was trying to buy the cheapest Model 3 Performance in the country, which this other dealership in Dumfries, Virginia, I'm not going to name the dealership because I don't like to bash companies, but this dealership was absolutely atrocious. So I found the exact car. So originally, and I'll show you some pictures as I'm talking through this so you can kind of see what I'm relaying to. I was looking for a black on black Model 3 because Teslas in all black look really good. So I was looking for a Model 3 long range dual motor. I found one with full self-driving. It had no accidents. Keep it part of the story. The car had no accidents. No accidents, no reported of accidents. The Carfax was clean. The car came from Florida. I was like, all right, cool, this, that, and the third. I was ready to buy, right? So I went there, I test drove the car, and then they let you drive by yourself. I know dealerships in New York, usually sometimes they let people inside the deal, like send people inside the car with you, a salesman to go along with the ride with you to tell you where to go. But down in the South, at least Virginia down, they usually allow you to go on a test drive by yourself. So that was the case here. So what I did was I went by myself, and then I actually found a couple of issues. Number one, I put the car in the parking lot by itself, and I noticed the car instantly has repaint work on multiple panels. And I'll actually put those pictures up right now for you guys so you guys can see it. So I already told the people, I drove the car immediately back. Other than that, the car drove fine, it was straight, everything was good. I realized that at this point, I don't want the car because it's been in an accident before and it wasn't reported. So I was scared of what I was going to experience. So they said, hey, I have another car that's the same price. It's a higher scale model. It's a Performance, gray on black, one owner, no accidents. Again, no accidents, right? So I said, cool, show me that vehicle. It was a gray on black Model 3, but I instantly noticed some things wrong with the car that I'm going to show here, such as the steering wheel being ripped, the glass top or the glass roof on the front panel was cracked, which, if you don't know, you can't sell a Tesla with a cracked glass. A dealership can't, because it's known as a structural piece. So the only time it could be sold is at auction, which is where that car came from, and majority of these used Teslas come from. So I was like, all right, no problem. I'll you know, that's not a problem. They said they would fix the glass. So I said, hey, obviously they said for safety issues, we can't let you test drive the car today, but come back on January 20th and we'll let you test drive the car. Everything will be fixed. Now, mind you, where I live in Maryland versus this dealership is about 40 something miles. I don't live close to this dealership at all. So it's a waste of my time if I'm going to test drive and look at a car that's not ready to be sold. I'm ready to buy, and that needs to be, you know, that needs to be disclosed beforehand. So I drove all the way there. My sales guy, not there. Then the ball gets dropped on everything. Then, you know, like I said, like, you know, it was like all the cars. You know, one guy told me the car was ready. So they was like, hey, we could do the credit app, this, that, and the third. I did the credit app. That was my mistake. I did the credit application. Then it was like, hey, Unfortunately, then they told me that the glass was cracked and I couldn't test drive. Then I explained to them like, hey, this is my second time here. It's not convenient for me to come all this way back and forth to look at a car that's apparently can or cannot be sold. It's just depending on what you guys would describe it that day. So the headliner was coming down, the steering wheel was ripped, and the glass was cracked. So I tried to negotiate some. So normally in a normal used car market, you can negotiate these things just because of the fact that there's some imperfection with the car and I need to go ahead and get this stuff replaced. So maybe the dealer's just willing to work with me, like maybe like $1,000, maybe $1,500 off, so I can take care of this stuff myself. They said, no, that's the price of the car and that's what we're doing it. But I'm like, you're gonna have to recondition the car for sale. So if you're not gonna recondition it, then this price needs to be lower because there's other Model 3 long range dual motors for that same price. Hence the black one that I was looking at was the same price. But this was a performance and I thought like this was something I really wanted because it's the fast variant, it's got the 20-inch wheels, it's got the red Brembo stuff, right? So in my opinion, I was like, okay, cool. Well, you're not ready for me to purchase this car. So you had me run my credit and then we came down to the numbers. So guys, if you are not familiar with how purchasing a car works, when they run your credit, the dealership knows your interest rate right off the bat. It takes them literally 15 minutes or less to run your credit, and then a bank will approve you for a specific rate immediately. It does not take a long time to do. It's not a long process. You don't have to wait a day and come back to get a rate. They wouldn't tell me their rate. They kept saying, oh, your rate is around this range. I was like, what do you mean this range? What is the rate? So at that point, the car wasn't fixed. It needed a 12-volt battery, which they said they would fix. The glass needed to be repaired, which they also said they would fix. And they said that we could patch the steering wheel, which I didn't want them to do. I wanted it replaced. So, and the headliner was coming down, which they said they could pop back up there. And otherwise the car was good. So, unfortunately, I walked out of the dealership. I was heated. Me and the financial manager had words. It wasn't a good experience. And something told me, God at least told me, like, this is not the car that you need to be purchasing. So that was on a Monday. Wednesday comes along on the same week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm back on the website where I originally looked for, like, me and my buddy Jeff. Jeff is right here, by the way. He's walking his dogs. So me and Jeffrey was talking about Tesla bits for a while. He's not going to get one now because, you know, he don't want one now. He said he want one. I went and got one. Now I got one. He don't want one no more. So we're not gonna be Tesla brothers, but it's cool. He a BMW head. I know he gonna get, so that's fine. But I'm salty and I'm a little petty about it, but it's okay. But we went to this one dealership, and I want to give a special shout out in this video right now. Special shout out to alphamotorsports.net. Shout out to the whole sales team there, because I saw this car, and this car was at a great price point. I was able to get the federal tax credit, which is something that I wanted. They worked with me. They figured it out. They told me the rate. When it's far from me. So they was just like, hey, come down, test drive the car. I did. When I got there, the plate was already on the car, the temp tag, got everything done, situated, and the car was good to go. So I was like, all right, bet. Next day, there's something wrong with their systems. They couldn't do a credit application right then and there. I wanted the car immediately. This car was a one owner. Like I told you in the previous video, if you haven't seen that video, click in the upper right hand corner of the screen where I introduced this car to the channel. But what I wanted to do is that I wanted to go ahead and just make sure I got the numbers right. Everything was good. So they ran the credit app. They worked out the numbers for me. And on Friday, I drove down to pick up my Model 3 long range dual motor. Now, the process, simple. Everything, there was no paperwork printed out that I needed. Email back and forth. I got my contracts done, all virtual. Everything was done. So shout out to those guys over there. You guys were great. And if you're looking for a Model 3, these guys have plenty in fleet. I definitely recommend them. You know, they're willing to work for you. They're really adamant and working to get the job done and get the stuff ordered. So get the car to you. All right, guys, I just want to interrupt the video for a second, and I just want to say that I'm saving so much money on owning a Tesla Model 3. But the savings just doesn't have to be with me. You can save too. If you're looking for a Tesla or if you're in the market for a Tesla, I will share my referral code down in the description below. So you get some money off your car, I get some credits, everybody's happy. But without further ado, guys, let's get back into the video. But, you know, that was my experience. Like, you know, it was, so with that being said, I know I was going on a tangent for a little bit and I was talking for a lot, which you guys sometimes like and sometimes don't like. But the reason why I'm talking so much is because I want to express to you about the buying car process today. Do not run your credit until the car is confirmed for purchase and that is the vehicle that you want. 2, if a dealership tells you your rate's going to be in this range after they run your credit, walk away. Because that's what they're doing is, as you don't know this, dealerships can add a point of percentage on the interest rate that they already got approved by the bank for them to make money. So some dealerships do that, some don't, but it is a thing. Just be very careful of what you're looking for. Also, I wanted a specific year, which on this Tesla, I wanted a 2021. It came with the sensors, it came with the long range, most of them came with the acceleration boost package, and also you know, just some other bits and pieces like the premium sound and the all-wheel drive and the dual motor and the long range. It's specifically what I wanted. Now they worked out the numbers, they broke everything down for me. Of course, a dealership's gonna have to charge fees. Just expect that because they need to make money too. They're either going to put it in the price of the car or they're going to put it in a section where they have fees, a dock fee or something like that. That's how they make money, this, that, and the third. But I love my long range, my 2021. As you guys are going to see multiple videos on this. We're actually going to be doing another video in a few minutes right here, right now. Unfortunately, you guys are going to have to stick tuned to another video to see that. But guys, if you did like this video, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to JR14. Also, if you want to see more Tesla content, hit the notification bell so that you can get more details and more notifications on when these videos for this car come out. Like I said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to JR14. You guys always remember that cars are a lifestyle.